Good day friends and welcome to Visa Pathfinders. After so many not so great news from the UK today, I've got a good news to share with you. In this video, if you remember that a lot of changes have happened in the UK immigration recently and that a few other rules are still under review. Well, one of them is whether the country will continue to offer graduate students an opportunity to remain in the UK for 2 years after their studies. So, your guess is good as mine. Yes, today's video is about the evidence and recommendations provided by the Migration Advisory Committee known as MAC for short to the UK Home Office on the 14th of May 2024. So if you are a student who are already in the UK or if you are planning to come to the UK, this video is for you because I have some good news to share. So if you want to know what is the good news, what are the findings by MAC and what are the recommendations made by MAC, make sure you watch this video till the end.
But before that, My name is Peter
and welcome to Visa Pathfinders, a channel dedicated to giving you up-to-date information about migrating to the world's main economies such as the United States, Canada, the UK, Australia among others. To make the most of what we stand for on this channel, endeavor to subscribe to us and remember to smash the notification button. Thank you for doing so and we'll never disappoint you. So what are you waiting? Now let's do a deep dive on the evidence which is provided by MAC and the recommendation. So let's get started. So today, first, I'm going to cover what is graduate visa for people who just don't know and the key findings and the recommendation. So graduate visa, it means post-study work permit. So the old name is PSW, which students still refer to it, but the new name is graduate visa. So let's stick to the name graduate visa. Now, let's say you're here in the UK to do your master's for 1 year, then you're allowed to stay back in the UK and work here for 2 years legally without needing any sponsorship. And if you're doing your PhD, you're allowed to be here in the UK for additional 3 years without needing a sponsorship. And if you are doing your bachelor's, you can be here in the UK for 2 years. So that is what the graduate visa means and that is what we are going to talk about. Coming next are the key findings from the MAC. Now, first of all, remember, I'm going to remind you what happened a couple of months back. So in December 2023, if you remember, the UK government announced major 5 proposals to cut down on legal migration. And they also thought that people might be abusing the graduate visa and hence UK Home Office or Home Secretary wanted MAC to do their deep dive so that they can find out who are misusing the graduate visa and collect the evidence and data around it. And hence MAC was appointed to do that kind of work and research. Therefore, on the 14th of May, MAC came back to the UK Home Office and they submitted all the evidence. So their key findings is that MAC saw there was no misuse of graduate visa, which is the post-study work permit, which is great news for people who are panicking either in the UK or who are planning to come to the UK. And I know there are a lot of students who had stopped their study abroad plan for the UK because of the graduate decision. So today I will say you should take a deep breath because it's good news. There is no misuse of the graduate visa, which means there are high chances that UK government is going to retain the graduate visa. However, what they have found that there are some agents or sub-agents that are mis-selling the UK study visa to the students. So this is one of the findings. And the second finding is that, as you know, when UK students come to the UK, they don't have access to the public fund. So if you guys are using NHS, that's not free for you. You are paying immigration health charge for it. So students don't have access to any public funds. That's why they see that there's no impact on public finance, which is positive. And hence, they think to keep the graduate visa is a good thing, which is also part of my next agenda. And this is one of the first recommendations made by MAC, which is retain the graduate visa. They advised that the UK government should not remove the graduate visa because this aligns with the international education strategy. The UK government have already seen a big drop in the number of international students applying to UK universities compared to this same time last year, due to the rules affecting the dependents of students. Now, if you guys remember in January this year, dependents were not allowed to come for students who are on master's course. Of course, for students who come on bachelor's, they were never allowed to bring dependents. And now students who come here from January 2024, they are not allowed to bring their dependents. Only research-based course like people who are coming here for PhD are allowed to bring dependents in the UK. And because of this decision, they have already seen the number of students coming to the UK has dropped a lot. So this is the recommendation to keep the graduate visa. And here you can see they said due to recent changes, they can already see the impact.
So they should keep the rules as of now and monitor it. Now, what they have said. Second recommendation is they should bring some quality controls for recruitment agents, because you saw that they were mis-selling to the students and they are being abused. So they are saying they should establish a mandatory registration system for international recruitment agents. So say you are an agent, you will be given access to a system where you register the number of students you are bringing, and then universities must disclose the spending on agents and the number of students recruited through them so that it's all transparent, and all the data can be extracted when needed. And the third thing they said is data and monitoring, which says new migration routes or policy changes should come with clear data collection and monitoring plans. So, already a massive change had been brought in January, so they want to monitor it to see what are the impact of it, whether international students are still coming here or not, and then only make any decisions in the future. And the second thing they said under data and monitoring was universities should provide course outcome confirmation. Example, whether it's a distinction, whether it's first class, second class. As of now, they just said, your course is complete. However, now they want a more detailed confirmation of the degree of what a student will get. So this is the recommendation which is made by the MAC. However, I'm going to quickly take you to the UK government website. Here you see on my screen, published on 14th of May. And this is a letter from Migration Advisory Committee, which is submitted to James Cleverly, who is the Home Secretary of the UK. And this is what they have provided. I'll not go through this in detail because I've already covered the highlights. However, here you see in the second line, we have not found evidence of widespread abuse on the graduate route, where we define abuse as deliberate noncompliance with migration rules. And we conclude that the route is not undermining the integrating quality of the UK higher education, which is good. And this is the second bit, which is the recommendation, which you have seen now. We have reason to believe that some agent and sub-agents recruiting international students are mis-selling UK higher education and exploiting students in the process. So we expect the impact on public finances of graduate visa holders on the route to be small, but positive, as most appear to work are young and have no recourse to public funds. Now here they have laid out the full details, which I already went through with you. What is their recommendation? And they should not change the graduate visa.
And then about the agents and sub-agents, and they should also confirm about the class of degree here, which you can see. So this is what they have proposed. However, there's also a 70-page detailed document which is published by the MAC, which is also called as Rapid Review of the Graduate Route. Again, this was published on the 14th of May 2024. I'll provide the link in my description so that you can read it. What is a graduate route? What do migrants do on the graduate route? Is there evidence of abuse on the graduate route, impact on the graduate route, and many more? Okay guys, that's it for today. Feel free to read the full review with the link to get a copy in the description box of this video. And should you need any clarifications, feel free to let me know in the comments section. But one thing is sure, this is such a good and encouraging news after a very long time coming from the UK. And I'm going to again say, do not stop your study abroad plan for the UK. If you already had UK as your dream destination, definitely come and then pursue your studies here. Thanks for watching till the end, and I want you to stick around for more immigration updates. Let's create your success story together. Until when next we meet, stay happy and encouraged.